Alright guys, welcome back to our 5th part in the FusionFall Retro playthrough. This is going to be our final part for a while because this is going to be the, I'm going to go through all the content in the sneak peek week that is currently going on. Once the pass is released, obviously we'll start the parts back up with part 6 in that one. But we have completed the Eduardo Nano mission. I don't have him right now. I have to go to a nano station to equip him. But we did do that. We are level 4 now, and now it is time to do the final mission of the future, which is called, as you'll see when I talk to Mandark right now, Bring Me the Head of Larry 3000. It's a guide mission. We do have to do this one to complete the game. My genius is required. You must find the time-traveling robot called Larry 3000, but he was destroyed and left for scrap in Goat's junkyard. Ha ha ha! So what we're going to do, grab that, and we're going to head on over to Goat's junkyard, which is right on over here. You can see the infected zone barriers. Megas' last stand is the infected zone in Goat's junkyard, and that takes up the entire map square. It's a huge infected zone. Absolutely massive. You'll see it in a second. We're going to, number 2, run our way on over there. Let's pop a gumball, why not? Now we're going to be zooming even quicker. And the junkyard is here. We are gonna make it there. We gotta find Larry's head. That is the last component we need for the time machine, and then we can successfully travel back to the past. And then before we travel back to the past, because this mission doesn't take that long to do, I'm gonna do a few extra things in this part so the video isn't 3 minutes long. I'll show you some of the extra areas that don't have content anymore in the future, like Candy Cove. You can see from here. Really had no reason to go there. Genius Grove is another one, as well as Pokey Oak South. But here we are. I'm gonna register on these monkey skyways. New transportation has been registered. There's a few things here, like a nano station. We can equip Eduardo. I'm going to equip him instead of Buttercup. So now we have Eduardo that we can pull out. And he's a drain power that we can use against enemies. I'm going to keep number 2 just because he's a good running nano and I want to use his run power. And I'm going to keep Eddie because of his heal. But we have to find Larry 3000's head. Is in Megas' last stand. So this infected zone, Megas, I don't know if you guys remember Megas from Megas XLR, the show. Megas has been basically trapped in a giant gooey prison. And this is Megas' last stand. Oh, is that the Major Zero Ice? Hold up. What's up? The Major Zero Ice is in my game. Awesome. Shout out Big Nick. I'm going to talk to him later after this part, but we can jump up. We're going to do some platforming. Larry's all the way over there. You can see Megas from here. Oh, am I being attacked? Doesn't look like I'm being attacked. But you can see Megas from here, kind of trapped. We're going to be making our way slowly over this giant pile of junk. And we're going to get there and find Larry 3000's head. We're going to jump. There are some cool enemies in this infected zone. Also, the motor raptors are a good one. Oop! Oh! I didn't make it. I almost didn't make it. Or I didn't make it at all. That's okay. We can jump up on this garbage truck, and we'll take a couple of bits of damage, but it's not that big of a deal. All right. And there's some noxious spawns as well. Fusion spawns wearing toxic masks. We can take some of these out. As well as Dreadheads, I believe, are also over there. We're gonna do some platforming here. There's Coop's little hidey hole, Coop's little Coop's trailer and everything in the junkyard. We'll take the cannon over there. Ooh, I overshot that one quite a bit. I don't think we're gonna make it. Oh no! Ouch! There's a Dreadhead. Okay, we kind of messed up that platforming a little bit. Let's try to get back up on the walkway. I think we might be able to make it from here. Oh, this is kind of gross. Oh, it doesn't look like we're gonna make it. That wasn't a good idea. That was not a good idea at all. Let's just let's go this way. Number 2 is not a fan of me doing all that. Looks like we have to go all the way back to the beginning. Unfortunate. Let's not use the cannon this time. Let's take a look here at this toxic spawn. Or I guess not. He kind of ran away when we jumped up. But let's do this the normal way. And we can, we'll make it around the racetrack. We'll find Larry's head. And then we'll do some extra good stuff. Some extra... Oh, what is happening? Yikes. Alright, let's go the other way. This way clearly isn't working. Let's run through Coop's little hidey hole. And we can go up the other way. There we go. This way is another way you can go. You can go through this car maze. I was going to go all the way around and show you guys the junkyard a little bit, but it looks like, we're really not, we're really not doing good at the platforming there, so. Let's hop on up here. Here's Megas. You guys watched that show. It wasn't that popular of a show, but I know some people did watch it. I personally liked it. It's one of the ones that I had never heard of before playing this game, and then I watched it later, and it's alright. Alright, so we got some Dreadheads guarding Larry's head. Let's take them out. And we can heal up a little bit. And here's the head of Larry 3000. Larry 3000 was a character from Time Squad. Unfortunately, Time Squad doesn't appear at all in FusionFall Retro. In FusionFall Legacy it will, but as of right now it does not appear in FusionFall Retro at all. You found him. It seems that all that remains is his head. Ha 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 ha. In true Mandark fashion, he's gloating, even in death. Rest in peace, Larry. Even though Larry is very sentient when his head is removed in the show, so. But we can bring his head back to Mandark, and that'll be good. We'll have the time machine complete. The time machine will be ready and done. We are going to be running back to Mandark here. I'm going to use number 2 until I'm out of juice for him. And then, at the very end, once we finish this mission, I will show you guys a few extra cool things about the future. Just so the video isn't this short, you know? I want it to be pretty consistently length episodes. It looks like number 2 did run out of stamina there. We're going to turn this into Mandark. We're going to open our chests that we get, our crates. And I'll show you a couple cool things about the future. Here he is. And we also can we can warp directly to the time lab here. After we finish that.
Let me guess. You want to miss?
You found the head of Larry 3000. Now you can repair the time machine. Return to the past and save the world. Remember, you could not have done it without me. Thank you, Mandark. Using my genius, I will explain to number 2 how we can use Larry 3000's head to fix the time machine. You should go to the time lab now. And we can go to the time lab. We can teleport to that right here. But there are a few cool things in the future that we can do. I'm not going to show me running to everything right now, but I will cut the video and I will I'm going to meet you guys in Sector V, and I'll show you a few cool things that you guys can do in the future. Alright guys, we're here on the KND treehouse. We're back in Sector V. I cut the video so you didn't have to watch me walk all the way back. A few cool things that you can do. You can also teleport to the time lab here. I think I can go in. I'm going to go in and show... I'll wait to go in until we finish showing off some of the cool stuff in the future in this part. One of the coolest things is you can use this egger here. It's basically like a cocoa vending machine, and you can use this to purchase eggs, which will give you random items. So I have enough for, I think, 4 or 5. So I'm going to buy... Let's buy 4. Yep, I have enough for 4. So let's buy 4 of them. Let's see what we get. Actually, first of all, before we see what we get, let's open some of these things, and we can sell our extra stuff that we don't need right now, like this and that, and this and that. We don't need that. We don't need that. We don't need all these Ensville sluggers. We don't need the shoes. We don't need this, that. I don't need another one of these, or those, or those, or those. And I think we're clearing out our inventory pretty well here. Yep, that's pretty clear. Alright, and then we can, so we have money now, and we can now, actually I can buy 1 more egg with all that money that we sold the stuff for. Another super duper egg. So, we can, let's drag these all up to the top. And let's gamble a little bit. Hopefully we get a blindfold. Those are the rare items. We want some rare stuff. Let's see what we get. Okay, we have to open them all, and we get mystery eggs. Open to solve the mystery of what's inside. Ooh, we got the High Sea Swabby. That's a very good item. I'm going to equip that right now. We also got... Ooh, actually the bank robber mask I think is even cooler. I'm going to wear that. I'm going to wear the bank robber mask. We got another bank robber mask. Got the clown... the evil clown head. I'm not really too big of a fan of that one. And the Smellmet. So we got some good items. The Smellmet's a pretty good one. I like the bank robber mask personally. That's my personal favorite, so I'm going to rock that one. I also got the blacklight shoes, I think, that are better than my current shoes. Yeah, they very much are. Let's wear those. Now we're rocking with style. Another cool thing that you can do, I'll show you down here, is that we didn't do. I completely forgot to do this when we were first here in Sector V. Is that we can go register at the Scamper. And once we register at the Scamper, we can now teleport. I'll show you guys. We can fast travel to Peach Creek Commons, where the other Scamper is. So let's do that right now. And of course, you can then do a little fast travel thing there. I can show you guys the Monkey Skyways in a second as well. We're going to run over to Candy Cove now. I will show you me running this way just because the whole point of this is like exploring. I was just showing you some cool things you can do in Sector V, but I'm going to explore Candy Cove and show you guys a little bit about what that is in case you're like, why didn't you go into Candy Cove or Genius Grove? The reason is because there isn't really anything to do in there. Like, you can kill the enemies and everything, but there aren't any missions that take you there, and none of the NPCs in there have missions anymore. But I can take you around. Candy Cove is just across this bridge right here, right next to the cul-de-sac. In the past, this is where Sticky Beard from Codename Kids Next Door makes his home. As you can see, I'll show you guys his ship is also docked here, but he is not here in the future, just the past. There's some tank terrors that walk around. There are treadheads. There are, I think there's candy bandits or candy buccaneers, one of the two. We're gonna run on over to the Candy Pirate Camp in a second after I show you guys the Sweet Revenge. So we are exploring a little bit. No, number 2 ran out of juice, but over this hill over here, I think, is the best place to show it. Right here. So you can see Sticky Beard's ship, the Sweet Revenge, is completely sunken. In the past, it is an infected zone that you can run around and jump in, but as of right now, it is looking a bit not seaworthy. And then over this, I'm gonna defeat this treadhead, but over this hill, I want to heal up. Over this hill, we have the Candy Pirate Camp, which is like the safe zone of the area. There's a Monkey Skyway agent here, as you can see, and there's a couple Candy Pirates, but there's really no missions or anything. As you can see, we registered that. We got Bittersweet Bessie here. Arr! I hear talk that ye, the rascal that sailed through time. Well done, matey. That was a very bad pirate voice, I'm sorry. And then we have Captain Brock Candy. After the Sweet Revenge ran aground, Fuse's infection took hold and destroyed that fair vessel. Then, of course, you have Licorice Lips. He used to give missions. He used to give missions back before they changed everything in the future. But now he doesn't. He says, Fuse's goo sent Sticky Beard's ship, the Sweet Revenge, right to Davy Jones's locker. And then the last one is you have Root Canal Rita. And she actually moves. I don't know if we'll watch her move, but she says Sticky Beard left to requisition himself another crew and ship. But he ain't been seen since. So Sticky Beard's missing. She actually walks around. I'm not sure if we'll be able to see her walk around, but she walks around. She's one of the few NPCs that can actually move. She doesn't move very far. She only walks to, like, here. But hopefully we can see her do that. Doesn't look like she's going to want to do that for me. No, she's camera shy. But yeah, that's really Candy Cove. There's not too much here. I mean, there's some back parts here that have Candy Buccaneers or Candy Bandits in them. I think they're Candy Bandits, yeah. But other than that, it's just like a little cool extra place to explore. Not really too much going on here. I will show you guys now. I'm going to take the Skyway Agent over to Peach Creek Commons. And I'll show you. The Skyway Agent, it's the same as the Scamper, except it takes longer. So as you can see, we have to wait for the Monkey Skyway Agent to physically carry me over to the cul-de-sac. Whereas the Scamper is instant, which is why there are more Monkey Skyway Agents than Scampers, and they're cheaper. Just because they're a bit less convenient than Scampers are. But we have now arrived at the cul-de-sac, and of course he's going to drop me. He's not going to actually drop me. He's going to kind of like let me down. As we know, he's going to drop and place me there. And now we can go explore some other areas that we haven't actually gotten to quite yet. I'll show you guys. We're going to sprint over to Pokey South. Pokey South is similar to Pokey North, except it's south. The Powerpuff Girls house is going to be there. I'll give you, there's another house over there that's pretty cool called Chris House. And then from Pokey South, we can head to Genius Grove, and then I'll show you, that'll be all the future, and then we can head into the Time Machine. But if you want to get to Pokey South, there's no bridge. It's the only area that you don't really have to cross a bridge to get to. You just kind of run through the gazebo over here. The gazebo, if you guys played earlier, the gazebo is a big area, or a pretty important area. That's where the Kanishmas event was. That's where the birthday bash was. That's where Lance, Lana, and Octus, or Lance, Alana, and Octus were for a brief time. And this is the gazebo separates Pokeoks North and South. So now that we're in Pokeoks South, and there's some toxic spawns in here. There's some bad bureaus. There are road golems as well. But here's the Powerpuff Girls house. If you guys watched the show, this is the modeled Powerpuff Girls house. It's a pretty cool place. I'm a bit sad they didn't do a lot with it. It's just kind of here. There's no NPCs or anything here. Not even in the past. But there's another cool house I will show you over this way that you guys might have seen but didn't really know too much about. So we're gonna run over this way. You can kind of see it peeking through the trees. You guys know exactly what house I'm talking about if you've ever been to Pokeoks South. It's this house right here, the log cabin Chris house. Oh, I mean, it's internally called Chris House. The reason it's called Chris House is because, not because it's owned by an in-game character named Chris, it's because this house, and you see the monkey minions are walking around too, they do that. They kind of move around. Mondo, Maxo, Harapata, and Gatageta. But this house is actually modeled off of the real house of one of the game developers, Chris Waldron, one of the main game developers. This is actually his real house that's modeled after. It's a very, very nice place. There's really nothing to do here. There's no NPCs other than the Monkey Skyway agents that are kind of walking around. I think they talk about Buttercup. Let me go talk to them and see what they say. But they do walk around, which is pretty cool. Similar to the Candy Pirates.
Hey, what's up?
One time, Buttercup lost her memory, disappeared. Now nobody can find Blossom and Bubbles. That's true. Blossom and Bubbles are missing. The minions have not heard from Mojo Jojo in weeks, so we just wander around Pokeoks. You gotta get into a time machine and save the world. Hurry up, human. But yeah, that's just a really cool extra thing about Pokeoks South is there's like a real house modeled after one of the developers' houses. That's why it looks a lot more modern than the futuristic looking houses. And then the last really cool thing in Pokeoks South, as I run past these gravel golems, or road golems, my bad. Gravel golems are a different one, and the bad bureaus is the collector. If you guys watched Powerpuff Girls, I think he's from Powerpuff Girls, right? There's Lenny Baxter. Lenny Baxter is his name. He's the comic book guy. He has now opened up a comic book shop called The Collector, and it's over here. It's a really cool place to visit. You used to have to go here for a mission, but you don't have to anymore. Yeah, you can see it's kind of hard to see on the sign, but it says Lenny Baxter's The Collector. There are some really cool like comic books that are around here that you can look at with art. There's like Dexter and there's Harmony Bunny and Mange and Liberty Bell, as well as MacD Racer and the rest of the Racer gang from Foster's. Ben has his own comic. Eduardo with the pies, and there's like a Megas robot and some like Foster's concept art. It's a really cool place that is not utilized as much as it should be, in my opinion. But and of course, here's the official FusionFall comic is actually here. But that's the collector as well. And then here's the Game Hive Arcade right next to it. The Game Hive Arcade, if you haven't seen it in Legacy, when we redid it in FusionFall Legacy, is this massive beehive building. So it actually looks really, really cool instead of just like a regular shop. So that's really all the cool things in Pokeoks South. There's a Burger Frenzy over here, but I mean, other than that, there's just like some random shops, like this one here. There's a Morebucks Coffee as well as a candy shop. But we're gonna show you off. I'm gonna show off Genius Grove now. Genius Grove is actually really, really cool, and this will be our last area that we visit before we head to the time lab and end this part up. Let's head on over the bridge. There's a Burger Frenzy also over there, as well as a candy shop. A lot of Burger Frenzies and candy shops. We're gonna run across the bridge. As you see, Mandark's house is an infected zone. You can go in. There's nothing in there that you can do. You can try and just jump around the platforms. It's kind of there's nothing to do in there. But it does exist if you wanted to go around and jump around. I'm not gonna do it just because I don't know. I could, but there's really nothing. I could just jump around. There are air drones in here, tech drones, and tech queens in this. And I know this area very well because I'm the one who placed down all of the monsters for this area. That was me. I did all of these monsters in Genius Grove. So I'm very, very proud of that. There's a deck spot here. This area beyond Genius Grove has already been absorbed by Planet Fusion. Yep, this is the farthest that you can go. There are just some deck spots around here. Were you in Tech Square when it was destroyed? I sure was. This is Dexter's house, by the way. That's Mandark's house and Dexter's house across the street. Dee Dee's here in the past, as well as Number 5 and Professor Utonium. Leave me alone, you carbon-based life form. That is a bit mean. Wouldn't you say? That's a bit mean. There's a couple things you can do here. There's like a few shops. Here's the Monkey Skyway agent. We can warp back to Peach Creek, which we will do. There's another deck spot here. Your primary directive is to rebuild Dexter's broken time machine. I do know that. And I'll show you a couple more cool things about this area. I've been advised that you were the human child that would save our world. You're correct. There's one really cool thing over here that I thought is very, very interesting that I feel like I want to show off in a YouTube video. I'll even try to run past these air drones, see if they attack me. But you can kind of see it over the hill right there. There is a little plaza up in the end of Genius Grove here that isn't in the past. Like, this area isn't... Because all these areas are directly recreated from their past versions. Like, Genius Grove of the past looks just like this, except this isn't here. This, like, little plaza area with a fountain just isn't there. It's so weird. They added this little Tech Square. This is from Tech Square, I'm pretty sure. Like, downtown, the Science District. This fountain is here. But nothing else is... This isn't in the past. So they kind of added this, and it's really, really cool. But there's, like, nothing there except for a few air drones, which is kind of interesting. Very, very interesting little trivia that they added. And there's a few more cool things I'll show you. About the past, we're going to run on over to the end of Genius Grove, and then we'll take the Monkey Skyway back to Peach Creek Commons, and we'll enter the time lab, and then we'll be able to end this part as part 4. I thought this was going to be the shortest part of all of them, but this actually is a pretty decently length, or pretty decently sized episode, just because of me going through and showing you guys all this cool stuff in the future that you may or may not know. You can explore for yourself also. There's a lot of other cool stuff, like cool extra things that I haven't seen. There's some tech queens. They're very creepy looking, I think, in my opinion. But on the end of this road over here, let me show you. There's some tech queens in the way. I'm probably going to have to take these out. But there's 2 plumbers here. Once my danger screen goes away, I can talk to them. This one actually, that one doesn't say anything, but this one does. Everything west of here has been absorbed by Planet Fusion. And you can see this is where Eternal Vistas and Endsville should be, but they're completely gone. They're completely absorbed by Planet Fusion now. And then the last cool thing that we can do in this area, I'll show you, is over this way. Right in the corner over here. If you're watching my stream, I went through all these as well, but I kind of wanted to do it for YouTube as well, because, you know, some people on YouTube don't watch my stream, and vice versa. So it's good for everyone to know this information. It's not really vital information by any means, but it's really cool stuff to know. So, this area is infected by tech queens, but let me show you. This building right here, not the one I'm standing on, but this one I'm shooting at, this is actually, from what we can tell, this is one of the first ever buildings that were ever made, first assets ever made for this game. As you can see, it doesn't match any of the other buildings. We're really not sure. It's like an old building, like an old remnant of a building that doesn't fit with anything. So that's what we believe. It's like one of the older buildings that you know, that was first made when the game came out, like before the game was still in development. And then also this pool has a weird pink shader on it, which is kind of cool. They don't really use that anywhere else. And then also the last cool thing is look at this wormhole. So there used to be a mission in the future called Messages Across Time or Into the Vortex or whatever that used to... You'd have to go through all these wormholes. Not go through them, but you have to go talk to all these wormholes and send messages to Dexter. You had to send a message to Ben. You had to send a message to Double D and Mojo Jojo. They got rid of that mission, but the wormholes are still here. And you saw some wormholes earlier. There was one in Peach Creek Commons and one in Sector V and one in Pokey Oaks. But this one is huge. Like, look at the size of this thing. That's crazy. And this guy says, I wouldn't get too close to that wormhole if I were you. Hey, buddy. How are you doing? Tech Queen just wants to hang out. Oh, he's attacking me. Or she's attacking me. I guess it's a queen, so it wouldn't be he. It would be a she. We're going to run away. We're going to take our Monkey Skyway agent back to Peach Creek, and then we are going to... we're going to end this part in the time lab. Also, another really cool thing that you can... I forgot about you can do. In Peach Creek Estates, if you keep running past Mandark and Jack and go all the way down this road, there are 2 plumbers here. And it says every Planet Fusion has absorbed everything north of here. And you used to be able to get up to Foster's and Camp Kidney this way. Well, not anymore. And that's true. Foster's home used to be right here, as well as Camp Kidney and some other wild areas. And they are now infected and absorbed by Planet Fusion. You can no longer go to them. So we're going to run back over here to Mandark and Jack. and we're going to enter the time lab, and we're going to end this part and end this section of our Let's Play. We can finally feels great to finally be able to get some of these parts out of there, especially because part 0 has been uploaded for almost a year at this point. And I'm very, 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 very hyped, and I'm very ready to finish this game and get back to the past. Warping into the time lab right now. Here we are. You can warp back out to Sector B or Peach Creek Estates, and here's the time lab. You can see Larry 3000's head is over there, and we can talk to all of our friends that we've made on the way here, so let's do that. Remember, when you get back to the past, tell them you couldn't have done it without Mandark. Ha! That's good. Buttercup says, go give Q's a couple kicks in the butt for me, in true Buttercup fashion. Number 5 says, say hi to Dex for me when you get there. That's pretty fun. That's pretty cute. Eddie says, if you get time travel sickness, I'll sell you a paper bag for cheap. In true Eddie fashion, that's exactly what he would say in this situation. Jack says, the path of a hero is never easy, but I see within you the strength to save this world from destruction. I'm glad Samurai Jack believes in me. I won't let him down. And Eduardo says, adios, me favorite friend from the past. You go now and make these yucky monsters go bye-bye. And then number 2 says, you're going to do great. Make us proud. I promised myself I wouldn't cry. Aw, number 2. He's sad to see us go. And then, of course, Computerist says, the time machine is now fully functional. It's time for you to return to the past and save our planet. So we talk to the time machine, and if we can warp to the past, but we really can't because if we do warp to the past, then it will say that we can't do it in the sneak peek right now. So let's try to warp to the past. Well, we can choose a guide actually. So what I'm going to do is I want you guys to choose my guide for this playthrough. My personal opinion is I like Double D the best. That's what I'm going to pick in my regular personal playthrough that I'm going through. But for YouTube, I'm going to do a YouTube playthrough, and I want you guys to be able to pick my guide for me. So what do you guys want me to play? Do you guys want me to go through Ben 10? Do you guys want me to go through Dexter? Do you guys want me to go through Mojo Jojo, or do you guys want me to go Double D? I'm going to go through all of them eventually, but it's just which one do you want me to go through first? That's the big question I'm asking you. So leave a comment below. Which of the 4 guides do you want me to go through and play through when I do get to the past eventually? And I will definitely do that, whichever one has the most votes. I'm not sure if I can do like a poll or something, but I'll read all the comments and find the general consensus of what you guys want me to do. So if I do choose Ed here, it's gonna say you cannot. It's not gonna do anything. Like it's gonna crash the game basically. So so we're not gonna do that right now. We can't travel to the past. That is not working in the game yet, but it will be eventually. Thank you guys so much for watching this playthrough. This has been part 5 of our retro playthrough. We got through all of the missions in the future, and now we can just hang out. If you guys see my character in game, Prizzy Acorn Blue or GM Prizzy, make sure to say hi. I love to say hi to you guys in game. If you guys enjoyed this series, please leave a like on the videos. Very, very helps me out. It helps me out quite a bit. Hit the subscribe button. Also, if you guys are new and want to get notified when the new videos come out, as well as ring that bell. Ring that big old bell if you guys want to get notified when I upload new videos. And leave a comment. What guy do you want me to say? What guy you want me to pick? Any feedback you have for me, any feedback for the series or any other series or videos that I can do on the channel. I really do appreciate all of it. Join the Discord if you haven't. The link is down in the description. We have a bunch of good guys in there and a lot of fun community members, and have a lot of fun there. If you guys want to play this game yourself, you guys can sign up for free and play for absolutely free at FusionFallUniverse.com. You guys can hang out on our forums, and it's going to be a great time. See me on the forums. I'm always on there. But that's going to be it for me, part 5. If you guys haven't followed me on Twitter or Twitch, they're both at przzyfied. And if you guys want to become a patron, as you can see through this entire playthrough, Kira, Nitro, Mad Dog, they've all been patrons on the side of the screen. And they've been really supporting me these past couple months. Kira's been supporting me forever. She's the most amazing person in the world. And I really, really do appreciate all the support that I've gotten over this series and FusionFall in general. And I can't wait to play the rest of the game with you guys. And I can't wait to see you guys in the game, alright? Take care, guys. Bye.